SMOC, the number 16 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the East Carolina Pirates. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So East Carolina's offense will go on the attack first. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call play.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Touchdown, Texas! The defense gets it done with a huge interception return.
Oof, and after that pick six, not the start this quarterback wanted. You're going to have to be really good about having a short-term memory and just turn the page. There's tons of football here to be played. You made a big mistake on that last throw. Don't let it beat you for the rest of this football game. You've got a lot of ball left to play. You've got to keep going.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0.
That makes the score Texas 7, East Carolina 0.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. And the Pirates can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
Well, it's decision time now for the head coach. You probably like the play call. 3rd down, you're running the ball thinking you're going to get it in your own end. You don't. Now what do you do?
They kick it away on 4th down. Hauls it in, looking for space. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. So Texas's offense will take the field for the first time. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollack, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is
turning it on. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. The Longhorns want to crank the tempo.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Still running at the 40. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. The Longhorns just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Wants to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the left. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
This is too easy right here. Too easy.
And the Longhorns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Give to the back. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd down from their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. Makes the grab. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. It's 3rd and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on 4th. You don't have to worry about that now because of the pass completion. It's 1st and goal.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
He'll pull it on the read. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out fast. They'll pick up the 1st down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Royer. Hard-nosed, determined effort to work his way up to the 35-yard line.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the 1st down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the 1st down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
Oh, they're after him. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Gets it to him on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. The Pirates will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt will go into the end zone, and the ball comes out to the 20 on the touchback. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead, and they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the 1st, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got him. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Gets the back moving. To the air on 2nd down. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. And the Longhorns headed quickly to the line. Hookem is hooking up with some big plays in the passing game.
Yeah, finding their guys down the field. You think about offenses that Texas usually have, some form of spread, and then find those elite guys on the outside that can win those matchups for you and make those big plays.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the 1st down.
You coming into this game, if they throw completions and get 1st downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Got his man downfield. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Longhorns started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Makes the grab on the left. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Leaves it with the back. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He'll sneak it. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Well, he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease, push somebody back, create some space. There was nowhere to go.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. To the ground with the back. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
They'll try it over the left side. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. He's got his man. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Pirates come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short.
Let's go! Let's go!
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Cheek. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. There he goes! And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
They needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line, getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
Looking to throw on first down. Sets up the screen. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Snagged in the middle. It's Royer. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The Pirates with the 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. He threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And it's incomplete. He was looking to the end zone and trying to get 6.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Snags it! And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. The Longhorns backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on 1st down. Hand off from the shotgun. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This offense will start doing business from their own 18-yard line on 1st down. From the gun, running back on the move. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. He's into the open down the middle. At the 20. Touchdown, Texas! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. That's caught. It's cheap. They get him down at the 36. It will be a 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down.
Here we go.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield on 1st down. Out of the backfield, he's open. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. never a doubt. Right down the middle.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best atmospheres in football, and we've got a fun one from Greenville. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium.
On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
He's got it on the right. Turning it on. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. The Longhorns, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Gives it on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Swings it out to the flat. He goes out of bounds right at the 30. Good pickup on that one.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. And the Longhorns are on the move. The give on the option. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this.
Touchdown, Longhorns! And the punishment has been extended. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all offseason to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
28, East Carolina, 3.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Get it out on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And the Pirates with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He's loose at the 15. Out of bounds at the 18, and that is just what they needed to get it away from their own end zone. Offense breaks the huddle. It's third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a fourth down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Hauls it in, the first down and more. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. The Pirates have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. New set of downs after the completion. From the gun, the ground game. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. And the Pirates can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. Using the quick game. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. Finds us back in the middle. Oh, he's got some space. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
He's open on the right, and that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
It doesn't matter what run play you have called, if you're running it inside or outside. If the defense gets penetration, everything is done. And you saw it on that play right there. Great job by the dude.
There was tight coverage, but a perfect throw and catch, and they've got it at the 9, 1st and goal. The Pirates didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, ECU! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Complete downfield. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Made a defender miss. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart.
Just plowing ahead. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to...
Touchdown, Texas! And the stomping has commenced.
I think it's easy to say, run the option, run the option. Well, you got to be able to see it quickly and make quick decisions. Nice job by the QB, getting the ball to his playmaker. He catches it. He can do the rest. Takes it to the house for 6.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Morris. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They'll start this drive going to the air. Just tried to drop a little floater in there, and it's incomplete. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Pulls and fires complete. There he goes. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Back to pass on 2nd down. And the heat was all over him, and that's the way the 3rd quarter will wrap up with a big sack. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires to the right. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Fires to the wideout. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? And the Pirates are flying down the field. Leaves it with the running back. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Warrior.
Well, here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
They're working that left side. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. The Pirates have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man on the right. What a play there, and he rips up a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Back to pass. Almost had the completion, just missed it. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the 1st without scoring. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it and still on his feet. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
Defenses are put in such a tough spot when offenses get in 3rd and short because the whole playbook is open and they go with the pass. I love it. They sneak the pass in there. Nice success. Great job by the quarterback getting rid of the football, getting the 1st down, now set up 1st and goal.
A 1st down run in the red zone. Touchdown, Pirates! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes continue to feed this man the ball.
And the extra point was good. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Texas offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. And the Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. Breaks into the open. Doing some serious work on the ground. Out of bounds at the 35 after that big run. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
With the clock running, this should be the final play. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to